ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etu gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na eji mma mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwaanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụ ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye bụ ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise.
I think I've now come to terms with the fact that for us to have proper rapid development in Nigeria, we need to separate, we need to divide. Let the Yoruba man go their way, let the Northerners go their way, let the Easterners go their way. This thing about one Nigeria is definitely not going to work, Chacha. Wallahi. You cannot have South Africans clowning us. You cannot have Ghanaians clowning us. And now you now have Namibians clowning us. One Nigeria is definitely not going to work. You cannot have a simple argument or a debate with anybody from Africa right now and you are able to win. You speak one, they tell you electricity. You speak two, they tell you security. You cannot travel 10 kilometers without writing your will. They speak about bad road. They've gone as low as internet. We need to divide. This thing about one Nigeria is not going to work. Having one person as a president sitting in one place called Aso Rock, deciding the fate of 300 million people, especially when you know these are the least smartest people in the country, it's not going to work. Let us bring some kind of competition within these different regions, instead of having to depend and say everything has to do with the federal government. Ordinary electricity. I was thinking this thing about electricity in Ghana was a joke, but apparently these guys are having the best type of electricity like they were in Europe. In Nigeria, you can't even boast of 24 hours electricity. In year 2026, we need to divide, man. The only war we are winning right now in Nigeria is just jollof rice, and then maybe dirty December, clubbing alcohol. No, we can do better. This thing about what Nigeria is 300 million people. When you look at these other countries I'm speaking about, you look at Ghana, they are not even up to 40 million. Namibia, 3 million on a good day. RCCG is bigger than Namibia. The Youth Ministry of Christ Embassy, they are bigger than Namibia. Yeah, these people, they are clowning us every single day. Nigerians cannot win one war. You cannot have a normal debate and say you are going to win. Everybody, they are clowning us. Giant of Africa, my foot. Let everybody go develop their region. Chase the Igbo man from the west. Go chase the Yoruba men from the east, let them go back. Everybody go make your region better. Go find the Igbo man in the north. Let everybody, but depending on one president to make these things happen is definitely not going to work. We are too many, we are too populated for this whole one Nigeria affair. It's not going to work. Let us divide. I am tired. I am tired. The bare minimum. We are not even speaking about healthcare. We are not even speaking about child mortality, education. Just the basics we cannot even be proud of. Not one Nigeria, my foot. Everybody go your way. Let's do a referendum. Let the people decide. Nonsense, man. I'm tired.
Now, I want to welcome every one of you once again to this platform. It's going to be an open mic right now, and we're going to make it as quickly as we can because a lot has happened, and the whole world must be brought to the notice of what is happening presently in Nigeria. Now, everybody, every influencer, every human being, everybody that is in Nigeria that has conscience in them and you want to live, your voice must be heard. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills, everywhere. Put an end to that evil contraption called Nigeria. One Nigeria is a death trap. One Nigeria is suicide. One Nigeria is massacre, genocide. One Nigeria must end right now. Honestly. And do you know that as we speak right now, our beloved brother Jude Saul is also, because this guy is loaded with intel. This particular video, he made it 3 hours ago after the massacre in Jos. Right now, we have seen the video going viral where the mother is holding his lifeless child and calling him to wake up. Donald Trump must have seen that video. World leaders must have seen that video. Alexander Stubb must have seen that video. The British Prime Minister must have seen that video. Everything going on in Nigeria, especially what happened last week. Thank God for Very Dark Man, who has now become the only media that goes to report these things when they happen. We are going to watch the video from Very Dark Man that he went to Jos, live and direct from the epicenter of this evil. We are going to bring that video. But before we bring the video of Very Dark Man, I want us to, listen to our brother Jude Saul, who is on ground, an American brother, who every time any of this evil want to happen, they get this intel from locals, from people, from their systems. They are monitoring the movement of these terrorists. They have already called for Nigerian government. If you really want to stop these terrorists, we will help you because we track them, we know how they move. But Nigerian government are not interested. What they're interested in is how to forgive them and how to open a corridor of freedom for them. How they are now prodigal sons. These terrorists that just massacred people in Plateau, they are prodigal sons to the presidency and the leadership of Nigeria. And let me tell you, in case you don't know, do you know why Tinubu is fighting to become president? Because he already promised them that he's not going to attack the terrorists. He's not going to fight them. Because Tinubu himself is scared of these terrorists. Do you know that the terrorists that came to massacre people in Plateau, they were accompanied by military people? Nigeria military accompanying terrorists into Plateau. You are going to hear it direct from eyewitnesses. Nigeria army, they accompany terrorists into Plateau State in Jos. After the terrorists finished massacring, the Nigerian army protect them and escorted them out to make sure that the indigents and the owners of the land do not attack the terrorists. That's exactly what happened. And before another one will happen, the world attention must be brought to this right now. The whole world attention must be brought to this because another one is about to happen. More is about to happen. And if nothing is done, hey, Chineke na, if nothing is done, believe me, there will be more tears, sorrow, tears, and pain everywhere. This is our brother. His name is Jude Saul. Jude Saul is our brother. He runs an organization in Nigeria. They call them equippingthepersecuted.org. Equippingthepersecuted.org. Right there in the zoo. They have all this intel. And they are willing to work with Nigeria, but Nigeria doesn't want to work with them because Nigeria is not interested in eliminating terrorists. Nigeria is only interested in eliminating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra. Nigeria is only interested in convincing Finland to keep on holding Simon Ekpa, who made sure that the terrorists were not able to come into Biafra land. Nigeria government with their military, they are only interested in stopping Biafra. They are not interested in stopping Boko Haram terrorists. Are you asking me for evidence again? We show the evidence everywhere, every day. The evidence is there. Now, so that you will be aware that more mayhem have been plotted. But do you know that the boys that actually came for this attack in Jos, they told them that they were going to come. They promised them that after their Ramadan, that they were going to come and attack and that they were going to come and massacre people. And they lived up to their promise. They promised them that they were going to come after the Ramadan, and they came. Nigeria government did not do anything. Let me tell you, those of you that are campaigning and thinking about election 2027, you people, all of you are just fools, because there will not be election in 2027. Nigeria is burning. If there's any one of you that is alive, you are only alive now to voice out. And if you do not voice out now, you will also be a victim very soon. If you do not voice out now, you will be a victim very, very soon. And the global community, the world community, must be brought to this notice. Those of you that are sympathizing with Nigeria, and our brother Mike Arnold have already gotten the attention of Raleigh Moore, and is telling Raleigh Moore, you cannot cooperate with Nigeria. Your plan to work with Nigeria and cooperate with Nigeria to eliminate terrorists, it only shows that you are weak and you may not even be willing to do the needful. So Raleigh Moore, I have told you people before now, if you really want to work to protect the Christian lives in Nigeria, you must work with Jude Saul, this man on my video right now, and you must work with Mike Arnold. These are the people that know what is happening. There's another guy on ground, Alex, one other young guy, an American, Alex, who is building the communities that were destroyed by terrorists. That guy is on ground in Jos, in Plateau. While this massacre was taking place, he was there as these things happened. He immediately ran there, and he even told Tinubu that Tinubu is going to regret it. And you know what? The news is reporting it now that the young man is threatening Tinubu. It's not threat. Tinubu is going to regret it. Believe me. Now, let us listen to Jude Saw before we go to the Very Dark Man video. Please, my link is there. Anybody that have got update, get on the link, or after this video, begin to call. Don't call me until after this video. After this video, you can begin to call, but let us listen to what Jude Saw had to say.
Hello everybody, this is Judd Saul from Equipping the Persecuted. I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what we know has been going on in Jos. What we've seen is an attack that we haven't seen in a long time. This didn't happen on some village on the outskirts of Jos. This actually happened in the city of Jos, where several Fulani ethnic militia with AK-47s on motorcycles drove in and started massacring and shooting as many people as they could. They got in and got out. I don't know how a bunch of armed Fulani with AK-47s with motorcycles just enter in a city with no interference and get out with no interference. There has been no justice. No attackers have been caught. For what we know, they haven't been pursued. This is an ongoing situation right now. As of right now, according to my sources on the ground, 29 Christians have been killed on Palm Sunday. Our intelligence on the ground still stands that Fulani are still gathering in mass, and they are ready to attack in Benue. They're going to attack in Plateau. They're still looking at southern Kaduna, Chikun, Kafachan, Kajuru. They are still planning attacks in those areas. And still in Taraba, they are still planning major attacks around Chinchenji. Nothing has slowed down. Nothing has stopped. In fact, more Fulani have been gathering. in those areas as well. So what you saw on Palm Sunday, according to our intelligence, is just the beginning. It's going to be getting a lot worse. So all the Nigerians that are watching this video, that are seeing this, I urge you, if you live in Plateau, if you live anywhere on the outskirts north or south of Jos, be vigilant. If you see something, say something. If you see armed terrorists moving from one village, notify the next village. Notify the military, notify the police that you're seeing movements. This is the same thing in southern Kaduna, and this is the same thing for people along the Benue Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa borders. Be vigilant and be on the lookout. What we know now is that there has been nothing done to slow down the attacks. I don't know what else to say. I'm just asking that President Tinubu, General Musa, various governors, please defend the innocent, protect your people, allow them to celebrate Easter without killing. Please defend the defenseless and stand up for your people. But locals, you have to do your job. You have to be vigilant, figure out what you're going to do. But this is what we know. So our teams are assessing situations on the ground. We've been helping the wounded. We've been helping the displaced. We're doing everything we can to help. But this is my warning. I have to tell you this based on the intelligence we've received. Stay vigilant. The attacks are not going to stop. They only plan to increase. So do what you have to do, guys. I'm praying for you. A lot of us are praying for you, and we're doing everything we can to help. God bless.
Now, did you hear him? He said that those terrorists that came to attack, they were not pursued. The military did not pursue them. The military have no intention to stop them. The Nigerian government have no intention to slow them down. He's telling you that the attacks are going to increase, which is to say there will be more loss of lives, because the body language of Nigerian government is just showing that they are not interested in combating these terrorists. A few days ago, the army chief, Aloy, what's his name, told you that these terrorists, that they are prodigal sons, and they are thinking about how to forgive them and bring them back home. That's what the army chief said. And does it shock you that these terrorists are actually working with the military? Theophilus Danjuma had told you earlier that they collude. Somebody is saying right now that Alex has been arrested. That's quite interesting. I want to see how the world is going to be watching these terrorists eliminate Christians. Alex is an American working with this Judsaw and some of these people. I don't know how credible that news is, but if they arrest that guy, it means that Nigeria terrorist government, Nigeria terrorist DSS are calling for an end to that brutal regime. And there's also an update I'll bring to you right now from Aloy Ejimakor, who has written, and the world news is carrying it, and we need to make it go viral, that there's a solution Aloy Ejimakor Profers, and we're going to find out what is that solution. He's talking about, for us to save the Christians, we must create a safe zone. We must create a safe zone. You and I know what that safe zone is. That safe zone is Biafra. Biafra is the only Christian zone in Nigeria. Biafra. Yoruba land is not a safe zone. Yoruba is Muslim. Tinubu. The Middle Belt is not a safe zone. The only safe zone is Biafra land. The place they call Southeast. That's the only safe zone. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had earlier promised that he will secure every Christian in Biafra land. Every Christian will be secured in Biafra land. Cut off the link between the east and the south and the north, the east and the west and the north. Or in other words, you can say you want to cut off the south from the west and the north. If the west want to be a Christian zone, they make that choice. Already the whole world know that Biafra land is a Christian zone. The whole world know that Biafra land is a Christian zone. So I don't know what Riley Moore is planning to do, cooperating with National Security Advisor, who happened to be a brother to the terrorists. I don't know if Riley Moore wants to play that game with Nihu Ribadu. I don't know. So let's listen to Very Dark Man, and he was there, right there on ground, and then let's hear what Very Dark Man had to say. You need to watch this video, very, very important. This is live from the epicenter. This is direct from where the whole thing is happening. Direct from where the whole thing is happening. I want you to watch, please. Very, very important. Listen, Very Dark Man was there. Remember the last time it happened in Yelewata, he was the only one that went there and got the news. And the whole media, they're against him, and they removed the video, they removed it from Instagram, they removed it from YouTube, they deleted the video. This time around, Very Dark Man is not showing the horrible or the bloody scene. Now he wants to get the message direct from the eyewitnesses. Now, share this video and let everyone watch and listen. After Very Dark Man finishes this video, we are going to go to Aloy Ejimakor. We need to read the solution that Aloy Ejimakor has profiled, and the whole world must listen. The whole world must listen. Very, very important. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'm the youth leader of the Northern Plateau.
Yes, sir.
Under Plateau Youth Council. I coordinate the Northern Zone from Angol Rukuba direct. I was trained in Angol Rukuba, grew up in Angol Rukuba. Unfortunate incidents happened yesterday around 7:30. Gunmen just came, started shooting on people. Some are using machete. And the unfortunate aspect of it is that most of them are wearing half camo. That is the army clothes. And a veil, this Hausa veil on their neck. And they were speaking Hausa and this Fulani language. Going down, spraying bullets on people, and other people are using machete. When they are going down in less than 10 minutes, they will now see army car. Like 2 hillocks just came, 2 bikers, 3 in 1, and give them cover. I was there, I think one of the army nearly shot me on the leg. He missed and sprayed on the ground.
The army, Nigerian army.
The Nigerian army, and some of them.
Sorry, please, I will have to take you back a little.
Yes.
You said you witnessed that when they came down, some of them were shooting, some of them were using machete on people.
Yes.
Army came with their van
Yes.
and gave them cover. What do you mean by giving them cover?
Yes. Army, hillocks, 2 hillocks came.
Nigerian army.
Nigerian army. When youth came out en mass in order to follow the attackers, on realizing that they are attackers, because 2 weeks back, NDLA came in, started shooting and arrest some people because of drug issue. And then when this one started, the boys thought that it was the same operation. Unknowingly, when we came close, we now realized that the setting of these people, they are not NDLA. Then we now gather the youth, trying to go on, move, and follow these people. In less than 10 minutes, army car, hillocks 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets off. I think we packed so many things. We have facts on ground. We have things that we have packed that the army use. And the unfortunate aspect of it, we know the gun that army usually use, and some of them were using the DSS gun, that black short one,
yes,
spraying up.
Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? Thank you so much, my beloved brother Anthony. Thank you so very much. I love you. Thank you so much. Are you hearing it? That the armies were the one that covered them. They were using DSS gun. There's nobody that sees DSS gun that will not know. You know that gun that they use? That sophisticated gun. And they said they have the proofs. I know what is going to happen. You see these guys now. Watch out. You see, DSS will go and start picking them up so that they will collect all those evidence from them, because the bullets that will come out from those guns, when you pick them up, you are going to see that those bullets belong to Nigeria Army. This guy, the youth president, is speaking, and all the youths behind him there are confirming and saying, yes, yes, yes. They say they have all the evidence. They have all the bullets that came from the Army DSS gun. Thank God that man is there to cover this and to make sure that he brings this message out before they will go and compromise these people and maybe pick them up or threaten them so that this truth will not come out. Okay? I am very happy that Very Dark Man is there to cover this up. God will bless you, Very Dark Man. Now, let's continue to listen. I'll take it back a little bit again.
Issue. And then when this one started, the boys thought that it was the same operation. Unknowingly,
But did you first of all hear that the guy said that when the boys, that is the indigenous people, they were about to go and attack these terrorists, the army stopped them. I don't know whether you guys heard that part. Listen, let me take it back so you hear it. The indigenous people was about to attack, but the army stopped them.
Some of them were shooting, some of them were using machete on people.
yes,
Army came with their van
yes,
and gave them cover. What do you mean by giving them cover?
yes. Army Hilux, 2 Hilux came.
Nigerian Army.
Nigeria Army. When youth came out en masse in order to follow the attackers, unrealized.
You hear that? The youths came out in mass in order to follow the attackers. The youths came out to defend themselves, to go after the attackers. Listen carefully.
And gave them cover. What do you mean by giving them cover?
Yes. Army Hilux, 2 Hilux came.
Nigerian Army.
Nigeria Army. 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 When you 2 Hilux came.
Nigerian Army.
Nigeria Army. When youth 2 Hilux came.
Nigerian Army.
Nigeria Army. When youth came out en masse in order to follow the attackers, unrealizing that they are attackers, because 2 weeks back, 2 Hilux came.
Nigerian Army.
Nigeria Army. When youth came out en masse in order to follow the attackers, unrealizing that they are attackers, because 2 weeks back, NDLA came in, started shooting and arrest some people because of drug issue. And then when this one started, the boys thought that it was the same operation. Unknowingly, when we came close, we now realized that the setting of these people, they are not NDLA. Then we now gather the youth, trying to go on, move and follow these people. In less than 10 minutes, Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets up. I think we packed 7 minutes. Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets. These people. In less than 10 minutes, Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets up. I think Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets up. I think we packed so many things. We have facts. In less than 10 minutes, Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets up. I think we packed so many things. We have facts. In less than 10 minutes, Army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets up. I think we packed so many things. We have facts.
This is very important. We repeat it again and again. So tell me how Nigeria Army will deny this. Tell me how the world will see this and keep quiet. Tell me how Randy Moore will see this and want to work with Nigeria Army. Tell me how the American soldiers will be able to work with this Nigeria Army. If America want to help Nigerians, ignore Nigeria Army. Go and work with indigenous people. Nigeria Army are terrorists. Nigeria Army, they will not help you. Nigeria Army are the ones that are actually unaliving these people. Are you hearing this eyewitness account? Excuse me. Are you hearing it? The youths were about to engage the terrorists, but the army, noticing that, came and blocked them and started shooting to scare the people away, to allow the terrorists to do their job. Are you following? I will repeat it very quickly.
In less than 10 minutes, army car, Hilux 2 came and blocked the youth and started spraying bullets off. I think we packed so many things. We have facts on ground. We have things that we have packed that the army use. And the unfortunate aspect of it, we know the gun that army usually use, and some of them were using the DSS gun, that black short one, spraying up, beating youth, hitting youth. We are standing and they hit 2 of my youth. They take them down. 2 of my youth. The army, they are safe. For like 30 minutes to 1 hour, we are not able to pursue the attackers. Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately.
Are you hearing that? Immediately the attackers finished massacring people and left. The armies left, escorted them. You need to hear that again and again.
Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately to the attackers. Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately to the attackers. Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately. We are not able to pursue the attackers. Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately. For like 30 minutes to 1 hour, we are not able to pursue the attackers. Until when the attackers went off, they now left. Then
so when the attackers left, the army turned back.
They turned back immediately. They were shooting up. The attackers are shooting, still killing people inside the area. And they block the youth. They cannot enter that very area. Location.
These army people that you're talking about, as I was going to Agwarukuba, I saw some army men. Did you see any of those people in that place?
I did not see any single of them. And when they
have you ever seen? You are the youth president, the youth leader.
I'm the youth leader of the northern.
Of the northern plateau.
Yes, but born and brought up from the Angwarukuba.
Okay.
Yes.
Those military people.
My leadership from Angwarukuba.
Those military people. Yes. Have you ever seen any of them in Jos before?
I've never seen them. Most of them, they are Fulani guys. They don't have name tag.
They don't have name tag.
Most of them, they are the same thing.
But they came with the army truck.
Army truck, 2 trucks and 2 bikes.
And you have never seen them in Jos before?
I've never seen the trucks. I've never seen their shape.
Some of them has camouflage trouser and
yes.
Camouflage trouser and
I will not make some innuendos. You people have heard from the youth leader who was present and saw everything. So this is from an eyewitness and nobody else. Anyways, I just want to say sorry for your loss. I heard the governor said that they are not going to do a mass burial, and that they are going to give them a befitting burial individually. But the question we ask the government today is, when does it stop? Since I was a boy till now, I've been hearing about Plateau. The killing in Plateau, the killing in Benue. I've been hearing this.
Now
since
we
I
brought
was a
in
little boy.
26 cops.
I have come.
Those of you that used to say that very dark man is working for APC, very dark man is working for Tinubu, did you hear him telling you now that since he was born, since he has been a child, he has been hearing the killings in Plateau, in Benue, since he was a child. Now, the governor say they're not going to have a mass burial. They will give them befitting burial. Now, the question from very dark man is, when will this stop? Remember, in Zamfara governor has said that the military do not want to help them to stop the terrorists. They know where the terrorists are. The Zamfara governor gave up. You know what he now did? He said he's going to be building cemetery, a very beautiful modern cemetery where they will be burying people. That is what the state governor of Zamfara state said. It's on record that they will be building cemetery where they will be burying people. The government, who knows where the terrorists are only planning on how to forgive the terrorists, while the governor will be building cemetery until the terrorists repent. As they continue to unalive people, the governor is providing where the indigenes will be burying their dead. That is Nigeria. That is Nigeria. And those of you that want to come and save Nigeria, and you want to work with this military, Nigeria Army, the Minister of Defense is a terrorist. The Vice President, terrorist. National Security Advisor, terrorist uncle. You want to fight with these terrorists? The Sultan of Sokoto, the senior religious leader, Boko Haram protector, Boko Haram uncle in Nigeria. We have all the evidence. These things are happening. Is the world going to be watching? Somebody please, those of you watching on Twitter, be tagging Alexander Stubb. It is going to be a showdown in Finland this August. It's going to be a showdown. Finland, prepare additional prison where you are going to lock us up. If you don't allow our prime minister to go home in that August, you will now tell me whether you are the Boko Haram sponsors. Then what you will do is, you must promise us, if our prime minister is not allowed to go, then you must let us know that you will be giving all these Boko Haram people, you give them visa, and you will have to start an open corridor in Finland, Helsinki. Helsinki, you must open another safe corridor. Excuse me. You must open another safe corridor. Since you want to support Nigeria, work with Nigeria, and hold on with Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, then you must open another safe corridor for terrorists, Boko Haram in Finland, so that you will help Nigeria to rehabilitate the terrorists that, you know, they want to preserve. That's what you are going to do. You people need to tag Alexander Stubb this night. Tag him. Tell Alexander Stubb, if you do not release Prime Minister in August, then Boko Haram, they don't need to revive or what do you call de-radicalize them in Nigeria anymore. You have to take them to Finland, in Helsinki, to radicalize them, so that you open a safe corridor in Finland. Let them go and help you there. As you be saying, another shame. These are terrorist country. These things that are happening in Plateau, these are the things that Simon Ekpa have been speaking against to stop it from happening in Biafra land. These are the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been speaking about. Everybody in Nigeria, go and find out those that have always been calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu terrorist. All of them are calling him savior today, because he's the one that started to open their eyes. All these people now that are here, before They see Mazin Namdekano as their enemy because he used to tell them that Fulani, they are coming. They are coming. They are coming. They will tell you, no. All you Biafra people, all you Biafra. Now, look at them. Do you know that Alan that Gowon, the community that was actually attacked right now, they are Gowon people. Gowon, General Gowon. These are his people. He fought for 3 years against Biafra to keep Nigeria one. Now, Nigeria is destroying his community. Destroying them completely. All right, let's allow Very Dark Man to speak.
Yeah, and they are going to give them a befitting burial individually. But the question we ask the government today is, when does it stop? Since I was a boy till now, I've been hearing about Plateau. The killing in Plateau, the killing in Benue. I've been hearing this.
Now
Since
we
I was
brought
a
in
little boy.
26 cops now.
I have come to Plateau State more than 3 times in respect to insecurity. I went to Bokos. That one, they killed a lot of people, burnt their houses. I went to the other side of Bokos after like after a year. They did the same thing. We came back again, they did the same thing on different occasions. So the question we are going to ask, after Rukuba, where else? Where next? And are they still going to come back to Rukuba? And I also heard that there was a message that was dropped that they were going to attack you people. Is that true?
Yes, from social media, they send a message particularly that they are going to attack Angon Kuba after Salah.
And we have one content creator who says that.
His name is Danfo.
Danfo
He's a popular content creator.
I listen to them. One popular northern content creator told them that after the Salah, that they were coming to attack because he had the intel. He knew. He told them that we are going to come to attack you. They are calling the name of the guy. They're calling his name. They told them that they were going to come, and they came.
From social media, they send a message particularly that they are going to attack Angon Kuba after Salah.
And we have one content creator who says that.
His name is Danfo.
Danfo
He's a popular content creator.
He
promised in public
that he will come and they will attack after the Salah.
Yes. The Danfo said he will attack.
Yes.
He will attack.
He's a content creator.
Danfo.
He's a northern content creator. His
okay,
name is
we'll get his information. We'll put the information there on the video.
Exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened.
And the
Danfo,
security house.
We'll put him on the video so everybody will see him. And then we'll officially write to the government to see what they can do. Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss. I had to just drive myself to come, just to come and make the public know what's going on. Sorry.
That's it. You have seen that. Now, let's see. Aloy Ejimakor have profiled a solution. Plateau massacre. IPOB lawyer demands sovereign safe zone for Christians.
I'm the youth leader of the Northern Plateau.
Sovereign safe zone for Christians. So I'm going to open this news so that we will go there and read it. Let's go there and read it. Let's see what our dear IPOB lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor, let's see the solution he is suggesting for, those that are interested in the freedom or safety of Christians. Let's see what Aloy Ejimakor is suggesting. I have not read it. I don't even know actually, but I believe that the safest zone is Biafra land. But this particular thing is published today. You can see it. I don't know if people can see it there. It was published today. As I saw it, I said, okay, let's read it together. Plateau massacre. IPOB lawyer demands sovereign safe zone for Christians. Sheung Okpejobi is the publisher and a Fonja journalist. Legal consultant to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Aloy Ejimakor, has called for the creation of what he described as a sovereign safe zone for Christians in Nigeria. Following reported massacre in Jos, Plateau State, Ejimakor said the incident underscores the need for what he termed a permanent solution to ongoing attacks against Christians in the country. The Palm Sunday massacre of Christians in Jos, Nigeria by Islamists underscores the urgency of creating a sovereign safe zone for Christians in Nigeria, he said. He argued that such a measure would address what he described as persistent violence and insecurity. This is the only permanent and sensible solution to the unbridled carnage, terror that has convulsed Nigeria to no end and martyred thousands of Christians, he added. Ejimakor further stated that the proposal aligns with the positions previously advocated by Biafran groups, alleging that the federal government instead opted for detention of Kanu. It's on record that this is the solution the Biafrans had long suggested, but instead of considering it, the government of Nigeria resorted to renditioning and imprisoning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for life, he said. He also called on international leaders to intervene in the matter. That's why this is an urgent call. He also called on international leaders to intervene in the matter. It has now become more urgent and compelling for Committee of Nations and world leaders to prevail on the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and initiate prompt steps towards achieving a permanent solution, he said. So that's how far he can go, and you can use your tongue and count your teeth. So this safe zone for Christians is nothing but splitting this particular contraption. Biafra land is the safe zone for Christians. A word, they say, is enough for the wise. A word, they say, is enough for the wise. Now, I am going to go to another write-up or release from our own, personal person. I would call him. I call him our own personal person, which is Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold. So we're going to see what Mike Arnold have written, and then we are going to see that very quickly. And that is today. That is today. Now, first of all, I'll show you.
I think I've now come to terms with the fact.
No, sorry. First of all, let's see. Let me show you the picture first, and then we'll go to the news, the release. Now, this is what Mike Arnold posted. Mike Arnold posted this. No, Mike Arnold said this, and it was reported by Parallel Facts. Parallel Facts reported this. We'll go direct to that press release, and then just to first of all show you the pictures here. Genocide. U.S. Congressman Moore wasting his time promising to work with incompetent Tinubu. Nigerians shouldn't thank him. They should tell him to wake up. Mike Arnold. That's Mike Arnold. Tinubu is incompetent and sleeping. If you look at my timeline or my timeline, you will see this thing, the screensaver on this particular broadcast. You are going to see this picture. I use it deliberately for this because of this particular report. So let me go there so that we'll read this together. The thumbnail, I was trying to say the thumbnail. That's our thumbnail, and then that's actually the news that we're going to be reading now. So let's go there. All right. Here it is from Parallel Facts. Genocide. U.S. Congressman Moore wasting his time promising to work with incompetent Tinubu. Nigerians shouldn't thank him. They should tell him to wake up. Mike Arnold. Reported by Dio Dixon. March 30, 2026. A former mayor of Blanco, Texas, Mike Arnold, has told a United States Congressman, Riley Moore, that he is only wasting his time by promising to work with incompetent Bola Tinubu government. The criticism comes amid growing concern over the ongoing Christian genocide in Nigeria, which critics say the government has failed to address. That's Riley Moore. Sharing a post on X where the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, called repentant terrorists prodigal son, Arnold argued that Nigerians should not thank Congressman Moore for his engagement, but instead tell him to recognize the realities on the ground. These are the same people Riley Moore said he is glad to be working with. By the way, I encourage you to keep calling his office, not to say thank you, but to tell him to wake up. You see that? That's Riley Moore reporting. That's Mike Arnold reporting. Nigeria Chief of Defense Staff General Oloyede, personally appointed by Tinubu 5 months ago, just called the jihadists hacking the heads off of Christians prodigal sons. NSJ Nuhu Butski Ribadu calls them our brothers. Army Chief Shaibu calls them my sons. Can you imagine? Our sons, our brother, our own. Whose side are you on? These are the same people Riley Moore said he's glad to be working with. By the way, I encourage you to keep calling his office, not to say thank you, but to tell him to wake up. You can see that. Arnold highlighted that thousands of Christians continue to be persecuted across Nigeria while the government remains largely inactive, raising alarm about human rights and security concerns. You see that? So is that all? Okay, I think that's all they wrote. Very short. Very short. Anyway, you got the message. Mike Arnold is telling you that keep pressing on Riley Moore, let him know that, look, you cannot work with this Nigerian government. You are wasting your time. If you think that you can trust them to work with them, you are simply wasting your time. So the earlier you realize that Nigeria is a terrorist state and you cannot trust them, the better for you. The earlier you realize that, the better for you. So I don't know if there's anyone that wants to call us now, you can call in. Otherwise, we'll just leave it there until I come back again for more updates. But for now, that's the update for now. The whole world must be brought to this notice. The whole world must be aware. Nigeria cannot continue. For Nigeria to continue, these massacres will continue. The leadership in Nigeria, Aso Rock, Tinubu, they are not willing to go and stop this. This thing happened on Palm Sunday. And after it happened, APC government and their cronies, they were busy wishing Tinubu happy birthday and insulting those that are not wishing him happy birthday. While they are wishing happy birthday and insulting those that are not wishing happy birthday, lives were being lost. And those that are wise are angry. Those that are wise are actually very, very angry. And if you are not angry about this, then something must be wrong with you. There's this very funny comedian that when he saw this, he decided to tell everyone that, look, he's not going to be funny about these things anymore. That, in fact, he insulted the living daylight out of Tinubu. I want you to hear him. Some of you know this guy that talks very, very fast, Timmy. I want to hear him while I wait for anyone to call in or for anyone to come in with any submission or any contribution. After this, if there's no contribution, we're going to just leave it there and then we'll call it a night. Listen to Timmy, what he said about this Tinubu's nonsense. Listen to him.
Gonna see me see problem. See this video now, the shortest video I go do for the history of my life, you understand? And I go try my possible best not to laugh because nothing funny for Nigeria again, you understand? I see the way they pipe people for just and they pipe people on President Tinubu birthday. Now they pipe people, then give a 29th of March, then give a birthday present with surplus dead body from just, you understand? So all I have to say is thunder fire President Tinubu, thunder fire city boys. Anybody where they wear city boys uniform, where they wear their cap, you understand? Oh, thunder go punish you, understand? I see so I no get shame when I go to wear that cap for head, the thing they have then they pipe people for Nigeria. I go see where I saw uniform, even put handkerchief for front of an uniform, God go punish you now, you understand? As soon as they get mind, they galavant them. That cloth, you need to be like assassin cloth for an eye. You need to be like assassin cloth, you understand? So since this video, I want to make it better. It's seriously, to me, hold on, no laugh. You know go better for now. You know go better for Tinubu, you know go better for city boys. All of the way they support them, you understand? Thunder go fire now. And no need to dedicate song to now. Make that sing evil song for yourself. Unzobu we yimba unzobu. Now so them go sing. Karo na body to idiot. Make una see me see problem. See this video now, the shortest video I go do for the history of my life, you understand? And I go try my possible best not to laugh because nothing funny for Nigeria again, you understand? I see the way they pipe people for just and they pipe people on President Tinubu birthday. Now they pipe people, then give a 29th of March, then give a birthday present with surplus dead body from just, you understand? So all I have to say is thunder fire President Tinubu, thunder fire city boys. Anybody where they wear city boys uniform, where they wear their cap, you understand? Oh, thunder go punish you, you understand? I see so I no get shame when I go to wear that cap for head, the thing they have then they pipe people for Nigeria, and I go see where I saw uniform, even put handkerchief for front of an uniform, God go punish you now, you understand? As soon as they get mind, they galavant them. That cloth, you need to be like assassin cloth for an eye. You need to be like assassin cloth, you understand? So since this video, I want to make it better. It's seriously, to me, hold on, no laugh. You know go better for now. You know go better for Tinubu, you know go better for city boys. All of the way they support them, you understand? Thunder go fire now. And they no need to dedicate song to now. Make that sing evil song for yourself. Unzobu we yimba unzobu. Now so them go sing. Karo na body to idiot. Make una see me see problem. See this video now, the shortest video I go do for the history of my life, you understand? And I go try my possible best not to laugh because nothing funny for Nigeria again, you understand? I see the way they pipe people for just and they pipe people on President Tinubu birthday. Now they pipe people, then give a 29th of March, then give a birthday present with surplus dead body from just, you understand? So all I have to say is thunder fire President Tinubu, thunder fire city boys. Anybody where they wear city boys uniform, where they wear their cap, you understand? Oh, thunder go punish you now, you understand? I see so I no get shame when I go to wear that cap for head, the thing they have then they pipe people for Nigeria, and I go see where I saw uniform, even put handkerchief for front of an uniform, God go punish you now, you understand? As soon as they get mind, they galavant them. That cloth, you need to be like assassin cloth for an eye. You need to be like assassin cloth, you understand? So since this video, I want to make it better. It's seriously, to me, hold on, no laugh. You know go better for now. You know go better for Tinubu, you know go better for city boys. All of the way they support them, you understand? Thunder go fire now. And they no need to dedicate song to now. Make that sing evil song for yourself. Unzobu we yimba unzobu. Now so them go sing. Karo na body to idiot.
Well, that's why I said earlier while I was starting, if you are a content creator, if you are an influencer, whoever you are, if you are not reporting this government of Nigeria, this terrorist army, this video of VDM, if you are not making it go viral, take it to everywhere. In fact, we are sending that copy to Finland. We're sending the copy of that video to Finland. If you are not sending that video across the whole world, tag Rally More, tag all of them, let them come and see what's happening. Nigerian army that you say you want to work with, bring them all in. Let them see. And then play the video of Jude Saw, who has told you that there are more attacks they have on their pipeline. They have more attacks on their pipeline. The earlier we stop Nigeria and create a safe zone with the suggestion of Aloy Ejimakor, which is actually the solution that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always proffered. And if you feel you don't like it, allow the people to vote in a referendum and choose. Are you going to say one Nigeria until everybody will now be unalived? Now you're one Nigeria? God have mercy. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me tonight.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president.
Oh my God, what have I done?
Of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities are out there for them.
Unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities are out there for them.
Unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities are out there for them.
Tell me what we do, everybody want to kill us. They want to take what belongs to us. We they love our neighbors, so we they love ourselves too. So it is written in the holy book. You find a channel, na meranyi biko godo onyolu welo mono aya na meranyi do onyolu welo mono onyo chai chukwu kikele anyị na bogi bia nyela yago. Time is now, we want to go. Remember your promises. Oh, na me oh, onuzo kebiafra me rani onuzo kebiafra na me rani onuzo kebiafra me rani onuzo kebiafra me. Ndiro marani buruburu anachi wepunda anyị n'ike. Shata oh, they are holding our lead. Mazina Vika now is Prime Minister Mazin Simon. We shall rise and defend our land. The land of rising sun is our hope. Yogi bikonu sitende muziki kame iwele